Today we're making white chocolate dipped peppermint sugar cookies. I will leave a link to the recipe in the description box below. To a bowl, we're going to add in 1 cup of unsalted butter, softened, 1.5 cups of sugar, and give that a quick mix. My butter is clearly not softened. Oh well. Add in 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. Give it a quick mix. Add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 3/4 of a teaspoon of peppermint extract. Shake well before using. I just used this lid, this peppermint lid. I didn't use a measuring spoon for this. Mix all of that up until everything is nice and creamy. Now we're going to add in our flour. The recipe says to scoop out 2 3/4 cup of flour. Yes, scoop out your flour. Scoop and then level off to measure. Otherwise you won't have the right amount of flour in your cookie dough and you'll risk your cookies coming out of the oven looking like they had a bad time. After you've scooped your flour, add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and mix everything together. The recipe says you can mix by hand towards the end if your dough becomes too thick for your mixer to handle. I finally decided to purchase a cookie scooper. It's not the greatest, but at least it gets the job done and gives me a consistent cookie size. That's all I'm really after. Scoop out your dough and roll it into a ball. Place it on a parchment-lined baking sheet into the oven at 350 degrees for 10 to 11 minutes. The recipe suggests refrigerating any dough that isn't currently baking. I finished rolling up my dough, placed it on this cookie sheet, and tossed it in my fridge while I waited for the batch in the oven to finish. The recipe says your cookies should appear slightly underbaked. I don't know, do my cookies look underbaked to you? For the topping, we're going to melt some almond bark in the microwave. Here I have about 5 squares. I should have probably only melted about 4. Microwave for 1 to 2 minutes, stirring every 30 seconds or so. While that's melting, we're going to break up our candy canes. You can do this with a gallon Ziploc bag and a mallet, or break it up in your food processor. Today we're going with the food processor because it works so well with my peppermint biscottis. Add in all of your candy canes. This is about a whole box worth, so probably about 12 large candy canes. Start off by pulsing to break up any big chunks, and then turn it on high speed for a few seconds. Nice, everything looks good. Now, if you don't like how thick your chocolate is, I have a trick for you. You can use vegetable oil or shortening to thin out your chocolate. A little goes a long way, so be extra careful when pouring it in. Take your cookie and dip half of it into your melted chocolate. Shake off any excess and then place it on a sheet of parchment paper. If you place it on anything else, you'll have a hard time removing it from whatever surface you put it on, so I highly suggest using parchment paper. While your chocolate is still wet, sprinkle on your crushed candy canes. Repeat this process for all of your cookies. If you don't like white chocolate, you can substitute it with dark or milk chocolate. If you're not a big fan of peppermint, you can swap out the candy canes for Christmas sprinkles instead. You can also substitute the peppermint extract in the cookie dough for more vanilla instead. I know it already has vanilla in it, but if you're going to take out the peppermint extract, you might as well fill in that void with more vanilla, or a different flavoring, like maybe lemon, if you're doing like an Easter cookie. I did leave some cookies plain. I don't mind candy canes. I think they make the cookie very festive and fun, but these cookies are just as good, if not better, without all that extra stuff on top. Without the peppermint extract in the dough, I'd say it's right up there with Costco's box sugar cookie mixes that they put out during the holidays. These are pretty delicious. I will leave a link to the recipe down below in the description box. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel.